Ooh, girl. Molly, you got some explaining to do. I'm just saying. Busted. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, just getting in. Baby, did you get my two-way? I was with my girlfriends while I called Stacy and they said you went over there.
Your bags while you at it.
Girl, so listen. Welcome to Couch and Conversations, girl. It's taking the place of the car chat because, listen, it's 102,000 degrees outside. 0.1 decimal point. And we on the couch, okay? So, grab you a drink, okay? And let's have this conversation. Now, YouTube, I got clothes on because y'all love to think my back fat is my front. I don't appreciate that. Just wearing a tube top. Don't play with me. Now, you guys, today, I'm going to bring you guys something slightly different. So, before we even get into it, it's going to be really good. It has to do with cheating. It's very messy. And there's twins involved and babies and all of that. So, y'all want to see the entire video. But before we get into that, we do have a word, a quick word from our collaborator. Because, listen, this person that was in this letter would have wanted to go to Adam and Eve before she got herself in a predicament. So, here we go. This part of the video is brought to our girls down there at the Adam and Eve, hello? Yes, at the Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, y'all know what they do down there at the Adam and Eve, right? So, Adam and Eve is collaborating with me for this video. Listen, they have given me a code, JOY, Amor, and you will get 50% off of one item plus free shipping for US and Canada. Exclusions do apply. A portion of your proceeds just go to help finding a cure for HIV and AIDS. So shout out to Adam and Eve for sponsoring and supporting your girl. And let me tell you something. Adam and Eve, they're doing your girl right. 90 days, girl. 90 days, no hassle returns. If you get something, you don't like it, and you want to send it back, don't patch your weave, girl. Just send it back because you can do that within 90 days. I'll make sure that I put all the information down below in the description box. But again, use my code JOYAMOR. You get 50% off of one item plus free shipping, and you can't beat that. So shout out to Adam and Eve for sponsoring your girl. Not only sponsoring your girl, but supporting your girl. Because, listen, we got to keep the lights on. I'm just saying. So, today I have a letter that was actually posted on Facebook. Shout out to my girl, Shonda. Hey, Shonda. Not Bestie, it's another Shonda. And basically, we have a woman. Now, I'm going to give you guys a synopsis because the letter is extremely long. And I'm going to try my best to post it down below or on my Facebook page so that way you guys can see it. This person did want to remain anonymous, and I asked permission from the poster if I could bring it to the community because I think that it brings up a very good conversation. Other than the fact that I feel like sometimes, now this person, I can't say if they're a plus size person or not because we don't know. It's anonymous. It's not mentioned in the letter. But I don't really think that that makes a difference in this particular scenario because in my opinion, this is a woman thing. This being a woman thing in that, okay, well, y'all read the letter. Pause the video, read the letter. It's extremely long, so it's going to take you a minute. And then once you read the letter, listen, I'm going to ask, don't think that you know what the letter is about just based on my conversation. Read the letter because there's probably some things in the letter that you would pick up on that I didn't pick up on. And we need all of the queens to the front of the building so that y'all can weigh in and give your opinion on this chat today. Because, y'all, it's slightly messy, a little petty. And like I said, girl, you's busted. Because you is in trouble. The person who hit this letter. Now, one thing that I feel like, in my opinion, that is kind of an issue from the point and perspective of just a woman in general, is that I do feel like women are not allowed to, when I say not allowed to, I mean by society in general. Women are not allowed to, it seems, to seek pleasure or to talk about seeking pleasure or wanting to be satisfied intimately. Seems like that's a big issue, or that's just kind of like a faux pas that you don't talk about. Like, a woman doesn't have to be satisfied in a marriage. To me, I feel like it's almost, she looked at like, oh, well, girl, you need to, maybe you're not the one who, or maybe you're the one who's not satisfying your man. Oh, you got that good man and you're going to give it up just because blah, blah. It's very much so giving that. Basically, I'm going to give you a synopsis of the letter if you refuse to read it, right? We have a woman who has been married. Let me see. And she starts off the letter talking about how perfect their marriage is. She's married to someone who is a computer technician and works very, very long hours. She's a stay-at-home wife. And I'm trying to see if she says how long they've been married. I don't think she mentions how long they've been married, but they do have children and they have been married for a very long time. She's a stay-at-home wife. Her husband has a twin. They've been married. Wait. The twin moved in the house 6 months ago. So I'm just going to let y'all know, based upon my synopsis, why the twin moved in. Sounds like to me, we got one very stable brother and one brother that's not so stable, so much so that he had to move in. But let me tell you something my mama always told me. She told me this, and this is something that I live by. She said, when I get up out of my house, everybody in my house got to go outside, even the dog. She was like, I don't care if it's the cleaning lady that's 102. Can't nobody stay at my house when I'm not at my house. That's what my mama have always said. Girl, is this hair not... It's giving kind of... Girl, this is a sew-in, but it was giving Forever Bob wig number 44. But anyway, so if you're not... So that's one thing, and maybe you guys can chime in on that. But you really have to be careful, even if it's your family, who you let in and out of your house and who you let stay with you. Because that's a whole nother video, right? So I guess a while back, I'm trying to spill the tea and I'm trying to give you the synopsis. I guess a while back, the readers, the reader's husband got a vasectomy, girl. So that's important because now our reader is pregnant, okay? And not only is she pregnant, but her husband got a vasectomy. He wasn't really jiving that good in the bedroom. She cheated with the brother, and now both of the brothers going backwards and forward. You know what I'm saying? Just in the house, they looking at each other, and she looking at each other, and they looking at each other, and they still hunching, and don't nobody know. But the brother and the wife, they know. The brother want to keep the baby. The wife don't know what to do. She writing letters. So y'all going to have to get down below and drop it down and below your opinion. My thing is this. If you have a very good husband, right? This is my question that I'm proposing to you ladies. If you have a very good husband, right? And your husband does everything that he's supposed to do for you. Everything. He takes care of the bills. He's kind. You're a stay-at-home wife. But he ignores you intimately. He does not worry about whether or not you are being satisfied intimately. He just ain't... That's just... He not worried about it, girl. He own one. And he got... he want to make sure he get his. But he not worried about if you get yours. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to go to Adam and Eve. AdamandEve.com. He wants you to go to Adam and Eve. Because he like, girl, that's not my problem. Okay? So, is he wrong or is she wrong? Have you ever been with a man who felt like because they are the primary breadwinner or because they have money that they don't have to be intimate with you, they don't have to satisfy you or acknowledge your needs as a woman? Because to me, now I'm going to say this, and this may sound a little ignorant, but this is just, mind you, Don't listen to me. Let me give you a quick disclaimer. All of this is just my perspective. Okay? All of this is just my perspective. Okay? Now, this whole video could be loaded with the bullshit because this is just my perspective. This does not mean it's true. This is not advice. I'm not telling someone what they should do. I'm just giving my opinion on the situation because I feel like it's an interesting situation, right? And this is a true person. If this is a real person and this is a real circumstance, this person really needs tough love. But at the same time, I have to play devil's advocate too. Because my thing is, if you are dating someone and they pay the bills, right? Does that person have a responsibility to satisfy you as their partner? Or is paying the bills it? Is that all they have to do? Is they just pay the bills and that's it? They don't have to satisfy you. They don't have to make sure that you're pleased. They don't have to make sure that intimately you feel like a woman. Because I do feel like, now this is my opinion, I do feel like there is this stigma with women where women are supposed to just accept a man, especially like if there is like a misogynistic type thing. Like if you got a man and he's a good man and he's paying bills, because my mama was like that in a way. If you got a man that's paying bills, I mean, to me, I feel like there is this air about it where it's like, well, he paying bills, so he can do whatever he want to do. He don't got to satisfy you. You're the one with the problem. You don't get to ask for sex. You don't get to be pleased. You're a stay-at-home wife, so you just got to sit there and be quiet and hope that every now and then you get yours. I feel like there's kind of like that stigma. But then at the same time, is the problem the infidelity? Is the problem the fact that you cheated? And not only you cheated, girl, but you didn't even care enough to protect yourself, to make sure, knowing that your husband got a vasectomy, knowing that that's a very close bloodline, you already have kids, right? This is his twin brother. He's got a vasectomy. Now, you might have been all right. Morally, you would have been messed up. But you might have been all right had your husband not had that vasectomy. But girl, you busted. Because at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. I don't know the situation. And I really can't tell you what to do. But I will say you was wrong for not communicating to your spouse what your needs were. Before you got hot in the paint, you should have went to your man and communicated your needs and given him the opportunity to serve you and service you. And the moment that you recognize that you had an attraction to his brother, or that was going to be a problem, you should have removed your situation, had enough self-control to remove yourself from the situation and or remove the brother from the situation. The problem that I have is the sneaking and the cheating and the person that it's with. It couldn't have been nobody else but your husband's brother. To me, your husband's brother, sis. I mean, you could have went on Tinder. You could have went your husband's, if this is real, your husband's twin brother. And now you're pregnant. And now, to me, you adults can do whatever you want to do, right? You guys have control over your own lives. Even if you do decide to get a divorce or your husband decides to work it out with you. Because, men, especially their brother, men handle things differently. How are you going to feel? Let me ask you this. How are you going to feel if your husband and your brother-in-law end up having a good fight, but then working it out at the end of the day and keep the kids, but kick your ass out? How you going to feel about that? What if they decide to come together against you at the end of the day? Because blood is thicker than water. And what if they decide not to let a woman come between them? Because men will do stuff like that. Also, somebody who was in the chat presented a very interesting idea to me that I didn't even think about. Girl, what if they set you up? What if the whole time it was a setup before he even moved in? What if your husband had already had the mind that, you know what, I don't really want to be with her. I want out of this situation. If she leaves the situation because she hasn't been working, I would have to pay her. But if there's an infidelity, I probably won't have to pay her. So why don't we set her up? And now here you go, then got set up with the okie doke. I'm just saying, I don't know. That might not even be the scenario, but what y'all should have did was carried your ass down there to Adam and Eve. If you would have went to Adam and Eve and got you some tools for the situation, you wouldn't even had this problem. Now listen, I want everybody that's listening and watching this video, please put down below in the comments. Listen, I want you guys to keep it respectful of each other. But sometimes we have to have tough love. Keep it real. Now, this is a slightly messy. Y'all know I don't do messy. I don't do messy. This is slightly messy. But, girl, you was wrong for that. Not because you wanted to get your needs met, but because, in a way, there could have been a better way that you went about it. It's the lying, the sneaking, the cheating. You could have been upfront with your husband and let him know, look, I need more from you intimately. I don't feel like you're giving me what I need. And let's work this out. What is the problem? Why is it that you're not satisfying me intimately? The brother should have been put out because he knew what he was doing. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to ask you this question. Have you ever had a man with money who was connected to very good intimacy? That's not how I want to say it, but that's how I got to say it because we's on the YouTube, okay? But have you ever had a man with money connected with some very, very good wood, okay? I just want to know. 9 times out of the 10, when the wood is good, you got to go pick it up. They ain't got no car, don't got no place to stay. They staying with their brother. That right there should have been a red flag, sis. Red flag. If you ain't got no car, your wood is good. I'm just saying, put it down below in the comments. That's my personal opinion. I'm not going to be harsh on you because I feel like things happen. But my thing is the babies, the kids that you already have and the one that you're pregnant with. To me, those are the people who suffer when they're in circumstances like this. And if you could have just been upfront and honest and had enough restraint and self-control to remove yourself from the situation, things could have went better. You still could have got your needs met. But since you're a wife and you're married, I just would have expected you to do things a little bit different and do things better. Be more responsible. Because I'm telling you right now, you saying that you in love with this brother, that brother don't love you. He don't. I'm telling you right now, it's not love from him. It's not about that from him. It's not. It's no way. Why would you ever want to be with a man who was willing to hold around with you? I would never want to be with a man who was willing to hold around with me knowing I got a man. That's a turnoff for me. Because if they'll do it to you, or they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. And that's a word. Drop it down below in the comments. Y'all listen, Adam and Eve needs this video to do well. If this video does well, then they're going to have your girl. So we'll do more chats like this if we can, you know what I'm saying, go for it and be great, girl. We can have more intimacy chats. So, you know, I have to keep it PG. Now, this week in Patreon, me and the Pretty Girl Gang, we're going to come together. And we have all different kind of women in my Patreon. I've got every age. Young, older, mature. We've got lawyers. We've got teachers. We've got those that have been married for 20 years. We've got those that are recently single. All the above is in representation. So if you want to come and have that conversation with us, because we're going to be talking about intimacy in this pajama party that we have this week, definitely join the Patreon. I'll make sure that it's linked down below. And definitely check out Adam and Eve. You get 50% off of one item. Listen, free shipping. There are restrictions and exclusions. But thank you so much to Adam and Eve for collaborating with this video. And thank you so much for showing up, girl. Girl, ain't this cute? This is cute. Get into it. I know. When it comes to Adam and Eve, I need you guys to make sure that you... Okay? 24/7. Girl, it didn't come out right.